Hope you guys are doing good. This is Naz and Jesse, and today we are building Amazon Clone 2.0, but we're building the cart page of Amazon Clone 2.0, right? Look at this out. Look at this out. So we've built this yesterday. In terms of a new Amazon Clone 2.0, we have ourselves categories. We have ourselves, a banner. We have ourselves a navigation bar. We have ourselves, this little add to cart icon, and then we have products right here. So what we're using for this again is we're using JavaScript, we're using CSS, and we're using Tailwind CSS, and of course we're using Firebase as well to be able to populate all of these items that you see right here. So stick around, because this time we're actually going to be building this cart page. So the goal is when you go ahead and add to cart inside on the home page, it will automatically populate it in here and kind of make it into like a live website, right? So that every single time you add to cart, it shows up in here. This total cost is going to update from Firebase. This numbers are going to update as well. Same thing with the count. Same thing with the total cost as well. Okay, so welcome. Glad to have you here in the YouTube live. Great to have you guys here on Zoom. Let's go ahead and get started and see what we can get done together. All right. So a few things you guys know from the last time is we have the code from the last time. Let me go put it on the left hand side. Ooh, no, that's not what I want. We have the code right here. This is going to be the code that we, finished working with in the last video, which the link should be somewhere, down below. But I'm gonna put my code here so I can see it just for reference, so that's all good there. And I'm gonna open up a new VS Code window. You guys can do that too, or you can just open up your current VS Code window right here. I'm gonna say open. And I have my project, which is Amazon Clone 2, which is technically this one right here, Amazon Clone 2. If you do not have this project, the link should be down below. So if you can put the link to the GitHub down below in the description for YouTube, that would be amazing. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, so we got that. That looks all good. What do we have so far? Well, we only have basically an index.html, just this one. And we have a style, the CSS, which is this one. Nothing much so far, right? We've built what? We've built the homepage. So if I go ahead and right click and open with live server, let's do it one more time. There we go. This is what we have, right? So not a lot of products. We only have like one product right here. I know a lot of you guys who are doing the Amazon challenge, you probably have a few products now at this point, maybe like 30 or 20 or 100, maybe like one or two, depending on how you like it. And now we're gonna be working on building the cart page today, and then tomorrow we're working on actually building the whole thing, which is using Firebase, grabbing data, pulling data, showing all the items, and yeah. All right, so my friends, hope you doing good. Hope you're ready. Let's just get started. All right, a few things. We've done this. Now, in order for us to get started on the cart page, what do you guys think we should do right now? All right, I want you guys to put in the chat. Those of you who are on Zoom, I want you guys to put in the chat so I can see all you guys. Let's see. That's right, you need to add the cart button, of course. But mainly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new HTML page. So new file, and I'm going to say cart.html. Boom, all right? The unfortunate part about using vanilla JavaScript right now, because I'm using the very bare bones of JavaScript, the unfortunate part is that we kind of have to copy and paste the index.html into our cart HTML. And I'll explain why in a second, okay? Usually you wouldn't do this, but for now, let's just make this work, because I want to show you the most basics of creating websites. All right, let's make sure that there's nobody who's talking, okay? Or let's please mute everybody, and so nobody can unmute themselves, please, okay? That means that we're all good. Thank you, Manat. Okay. All right. In that case, what I'm going to do is in this cart HTML, I'm going to copy everything from here into cart HTML, okay? Right there. So copy your index.html, copy this one, Command A or Control A, and then you want to do Command V or Control V, right? Depending on what you have. Let's do that. And now we have basically the same pages we have inside the index.html. Now, but in order to get to this page now, I want you guys to look right here. See this says index.html? Go to that one and then change it to
jar.
card.html. Right there. Alright. Okay. Let me go ahead and make sure that you guys are all here. Let me see. I'm on a view all. Alright. Jesse, please unmute yourself, Jesse. Actually, no. You're good. Alright. So I just muted everybody. Sorry, guys. I just muted everybody, so we're all good. Alright. Now, we're currently on the card page, right? But of course, nothing really changed. Nothing really changed. So, to change it, what we need to do is we're going to keep this sidebar the same, right? And we're going to keep this navigation bar the same as well, right here. The one thing we're going to change is what? Is just basically this portion of the product itself, right? Right? So, in order to do that, what do we need to delete to only delete this section? You guys tell me in the Zoom. What do we need to delete? Delete only that section. The banner? No, the whole, that's right, Samir, the whole main section. So if I go down to here, we have that one. This is the main section, right? If I go ahead and make this smaller, this shows me all the things we have. We have the main section deals, the main section categories, and the banner, right? That's all in there. So all I have to do is just simply highlight this whole thing. Okay, click delete, and that's it. We're good. Want to delete? I want you to click save. Now it's all clean. All right. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just simply change this BG gray to BG white. There we go. So it's a white color. Okay. And then the next thing we need to work on is what do you guys think? What do you guys think is the next thing that we need to work on to make this fully work? I want you guys to put that in the chat. Well, what is it? It's going to be the header, the shopping cart header, okay? So Jesse, maybe you can help me out. Let's go and get started.
If you give me a live share, I can.
That's right. Jesse needs to do the live share. I forgot about that. My bad, Jesse.
So what do you guys think, guys, when we're gonna be making the title of shopping cart? We've done it a lot of times yesterday. What would we do?
So Jesse here, Jesse the. Okay, I should.
H1, that's correct, Julian. H1. And what kind of styling would you give it? If you look back to the Tailwind documentation, how would you style this up? Exactly, you could give it a font bold or a text to XL, you know, to determine the size of it. And you could give it that gray color, correct?
That's right.
So let me connect. In the meantime, maybe you could start typing that already, Nias?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and create an H1. So we'll do. By the way, is the song good? Should I keep the music or should I turn it off? Let me know in the chat, guys. Should I keep the music or turn it off? It's like pretty. Is it good? It's chill. Okay. It's chill. Keep a little bit less.
A little bit softer.
Softer. Is that good?
All
right,
yeah, lower a little bit, yeah.
Okay, it's good. So let's go ahead and create an H1 right here. All right, and that H1 is going to be no class right now, but it's going to be the shopping cart right now. So shopping, oops, right here, put that shopping cart inside here, the cart. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. Let me go back to Amazon 2.0, and here's we have the shopping cart, of course. Let's start styling this shopping cart. Okay, well, a few things need to happen with this shopping cart. The first thing is let's go ahead and make it text gray for 100. So let's do a class. Right, again, we're using Tailwind CSS. Remember that, guys. Text gray, right, for 100. Save. So it changes the color. Next thing we're going to do is give it a larger text. So we'll say text -3 XL. All right. And then we'll do a margin bottom 6 because we want to push it to the bottom. So you see how there's margin here in the bottom. So just so you guys know, by the way, guys, margin is a space is basically the space around the box. So if I have the box right here, you see this? The margin, let me just show you because a lot of you guys have questions around that. So the margin is basically spacing above it, below it, underneath it, like this, to the side. While padding is a space inside of it. Okay, So I want you guys to just to keep that in mind. So padding is inside, margin is, what is it? Outside. That's right. Okay. Beautiful. So we got the text3XL, so it's a little bit larger now. Let me take a look at it. Text3XL, save it. Nice, beautiful. Let's make it a little bit bold. So we'll say font bold inside the piece of code. Font dash bold. And yes, I know you probably want me to wrap wrap at this point. So I'll do the word wrapping now. Okay, right here. So we got the font bold. All right, got the font bold. That's looking acceptable, right? Oh, hi Jesse. Jesse's trying to steal our code.
Hello.
Font bold. Then honestly, that's pretty much it. MB6 is gonna be MB-6 for margin bottom 6. All right. So we've got the shopping cart, also good. Next up is what? Is going to be this section, which is, let me see here. Let me see here, which is going to be this section right here. How do you think we should create this? I want to ask you this a question. Where do you want me to put this in? What is it, guys? What is it? Well, it's a div. That's correct. So let's go ahead and put that into a div. And no class for now, just an empty class. Okay. I am, how about just going to call this class a main or a like table titles, for example, like maybe, you know, table dash titles. Why table titles? Because, you know, this is technically I would think of it as a table. All right. Then that's pretty much it. Inside the table titles, we have 3 things. We have, and what are those? They are the headers. So we're going to do an H2 in here. That one H2 is going to be a product. Right? Okay. Another H2 is going to be a what? A count. And then the third H2 is going to be a what? What is it? It's going to be a total cost. Right? And they're going to create the specific product, count, and total cost. Okay? So that's just kind of that. All right? Save that. And let's see what we have so far. We've got product. Hi, Jesse. Product,
Hi.
Count, total cost. All right. Now, we need to, of course, modify this. Currently, they are from top to bottom, but we need to make them from left to right. How does that work? What do you guys think? That's right. It is going to be using something called flex. And if you guys want some good information on flex, if you just type in flexbox inside your Google search, if you type that in, go to complete guide to flexbox. Right? This is the only thing you need to learn around HTML. I'm not going to lie. If you want to learn CSS, you go to here and you learn Flexbox. Honestly, that is it, guys. Right? The only thing you need to learn. This tells you exactly how you should be, for example, you know, displaying things in what direction, in what column, how to wrap things, how to center things right here, you see? So save that website. Go to Flexbox. It's from CSS Tricks. Save it. It's really, really good. All right, let's continue. To make sure that it goes from left to right, we're going to call it flex. Save that. All right. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Okay, so flex. All right. I'm going to go ahead and call it a I'm going to give it a full width of 100%. So let's do a BG dash yellow dash 500 just for now. So you guys can see what's going on. The width is full, which is good. Let's go ahead and give it a font bold. So everything is font bold. Font dash bold. Save that. Now everything is bold. All right. Let's now go ahead and do text gray. Let's give it the different text. So text dash gray dash what? Dash 400. Right there. Okay. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Okay. Now you see, so it's the weird color, but that's all right. Don't worry about the weird color, right? Instead, what we're going to worry about is how do we make sure that, hey, this cart total is on the right hand side and this total cost is on the right hand side as well. How do we do that? Because if you see here, like these, take up a certain percentage or a certain width, right here. See, and so does the product. Okay. So does the product. Now, to fully understand how do we do that, well, it's kind of like this. we're going to give this column a fixed width and this column a fixed, basically, width, you see? But then we're going to give this column the ability to stretch as much as possible, right? Because you can see, if I stretch out my page, you see what stretches. Does this stretch or no? Tell me in the chat. Does this stretch or no? Not necessarily. Okay. Does this stretch or no?
Only the product.
That's right. Does this stretch or no? That's right. Just the product is what stretches. So if we want to repeat that, all we do is just we use Flexbox to repeat that. So for the product, what do we say, guys? For the product, we're going to stretch it, right? So to make it stretchful, we say this. Class equal to flex-grow. This is what happens. Again, if I go to here and I say flex, you see it says flex grow right here, right? Flex grow is what's allowing a div to expand as much as it possibly can, as much as it can take up the space. All right, that's flex grow. Then for the h2, for the count, we're gonna give a fixed width. So I'm gonna say class is equal to w-48. Remember, not 248, but w. Remember, I know. Remember, with the width, right? It's width dash the number that we want to use. That's using Tailwind CSS. Okay. Then next one, we're gonna. Oh, Jessie is in. Let's go. Then okay, Jessie's already taken over. I'm like, holy. She's just waiting to take over the computer. So then we have h2 class of w48 as well, right? Okay, which is right here. So we got that. And next up, what we're gonna do is we're going to create the cart items. But before I do that, let me go refresh this for you. And you can see that it's starting to look pretty good. That means I can remove this whole BG yellow 500 so you guys can see more clearly. Save that. All right. Are you guys still with me? You guys still with me? Yes or no? Yeah, you guys are. Beautiful. All right. Next up is the cart items, because remember, these are the cart items that we're going to be showing. So Jessie, let's go and create a div that's going to show us the cart items, Jessie, okay? Are you still here?
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm here.
So go ahead.
That said, let's go and make the class, no, still inside of the main section. So still here. I'm going to make a div class. I'm going to call it cart items. And let's leave it at that first. Okay, make the div, boom. And inside of the div, guys, what are we going to be making inside of that div? One cart item, correct? And what does that cart item contain?
Well, it contains an
so
image.
We have,
contains an
yes,
image.
so it contains an image. Okay, what else?
Contains the product details about it.
Okay. Product details. So
the counter.
A cart item details. Okay. What else?
It contains the counter.
It contains a counter. Yeah. Well, is it this class? Yeah. It's this class. Div class counter. Oops.
Contains the total cost.
Cart. And then the total.
That's right.
Cost. Alrighty.
Yeah. Last one's gonna be the total cost.
Total cart item. I'm gonna call it cart item total cost. So guys, with the name of your classes, you want to be as consistent as possible, because if your app becomes really big, it's easier to read if you have a certain style to it, to your names. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's very important. Cart item, cart tools, and we also have that little cross.
Where's that? Oh, that one. That's
right?
the delete one, right? Which is this one right here.
Yeah.
This one. Yeah. That's right.
So we're also gonna add that in later. So we're gonna say div class cart item delete. Okay. So guys, this is your structure for the cart items. Each cart item will have all of these elements. Okay. So let's first start off with, of course, the image.
Right. But I
Okay.
want us to be careful because we put all these details outside the cart item. So we want to make sure that we put it inside the cart item, right? So you
Wait,
see,
that's very good. Yeah, good catch. That's true.
You see how we have the cart item right here, but all these elements are right here. Instead, we want to put all of this inside. Boom, right there.
Boom.
Nice, good.
Right.
So make sure you guys do that here at your home as well. Okay, that's looking good. Let's see what we got so far. Nothing so far. Okay, nothing so far. She's going to create a div class cart item image, so that we can actually have that image in there. Okay.
So what are we buying today?
I know we're buying.
Huh?
I know. I got it. I know what I want to buy.
Oh.
I know.
Oh,
We're buying the
shoot,
Apple MacBook
shoot.
Pro. Let's go. The M1 chip. Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, the
I like that
M1's
one.
amazing. I
know.
love it.
That's
I
the
love
one. That's the
M1.
one I'm using to stream everything right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also coding with one.
It's crazy,
So
guys.
okay, so you.
Go ahead.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
So guys, just like yesterday, okay, you're just gonna open up the image tag like this, have the source, and you're just gonna look up the address of an MacBook or M1 picture. Okay, like this. Now, if we open up the browser now, I don't think it's gonna look good.
Let's see. I got this.
So it's probably looking really. Is it even
Oh
there?
yeah. Now we're buying one humongous MacBook Pro, guys. It doesn't even exist.
I love
It
it.
is the biggest MacBook Pro that exists on the planet. Okay.
So let's style this one up. Okay. So first of all, let's check this with the class itself, with the image. No, let's make a div around it, and we already have a div around it. Okay, the card item image div.
That's right.
So let's give it a width of 40 and a height of 24. And to make it look really like go seamlessly into the background, which is also white, we're gonna give it a background of white. Hey, let's go. And we're gonna give it a padding of 4. Okay. And we're gonna round the edges. Okay. We're gonna round the edges. Nice. Okay, good. Now, what you want to do, if you have a div around your image, you always want your image to fully take up space inside of that div. So what
That's
you
right.
do is you style up the image. Okay, so you're gonna say image class width full, height full, and guess what? Object contain.
That's right. So what's going on
Okay.
in a situation like this is basically what's going on is basically we're creating this div, and I want to show you guys what's going on. We create this div right here, okay? And then we tell the image, hey, you know what? Make sure the height is 100% and 100% of width, 100% height of that div, right? And then we say, you know what? Make sure by using this whole thing of object contain, this tells the image, hey, you know what? Make sure you can actually see the object, because sometimes either the object gets cut off because of the different aspect ratio, or the object is stretched, which is not right as well. So what we want is just contain it inside, and that's what that allows us to do.
Yeah, exactly. And I made it purple so you guys can see the div class around it and what it actually does. But I'm going to change it back to white again. Okay. So now the image is good. I do think it's a little bit close to the top. Or the top is close to. So let's give cart items. Let's give margin top. Okay. 5. Plus, okay, let's continue. Let's continue further with the cart items, item details. So what do we see there? We see a title that we bought an Apple MacBook. Plus, we know, of course, that the brand is Apple. Okay. So what I'm gonna do inside of cart item details, I'm gonna make 2 other div classes. Okay. I'm gonna call it cart item title. Let's first start off with that one. Okay. So there's some delay. Hello.
It's good. You're good.
No?
You're good.
Oh, that's
You're
why I need to type the div myself. Close it up. Okay. Apple MacBook Pro 13. And here I'm gonna make the other div class, okay? Cart item brand. Okay. Oh, now it is. Okay. Thank you. And the brand is of course Apple.
That's right.
Okay. So let's style that one up because now it's just, I think, just plain letters, plus it's not vertically aligned, I think. Or is it?
So let's go ahead and save that. Let's see. So if we go to Amazon right there, it's not vertically aligned. Instead, it's like,
ooh,
it's like bad. It's like bad.
So guys, who knows what should be done in order to get those items next to each other instead of vertically aligned?
I mean, at this point, I think they should know this. If you don't know this, I don't know what to do with you. Okay?
Don't say that, Naz. Don't say that.
I'm kidding,
Don't
but like,
say that.
if you don't know this, I don't know.
No, the question is, how can you find out if you don't know this?
That's
and take
right.
action
That's
in
right.
that?
That's right. That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
So
Everybody's like, I don't know, JK. I don't know. They're like, I don't know about it. It's like they're scared.
they don't dare to tell us, otherwise I'll give them more homework.
That's right.
Which is a good idea, actually. So that said, guys, how to do this? Okay, so you want to make something like this. You always want to make it, well, sometimes you want to make it visible. You know, so let's say we make the cart item, we give it a certain color. I like that purple color, actually. Okay, did you notice?
Yeah.
So
you have a lot
let's say this is the purple, this is the cart item. And this is actually, are you seeing it? Are we seeing it?
Yeah, we got it.
Are you saving it?
Yeah, we got it.
Boom. So this is the cart item, guys, and actually, so you want to give this cart item what? A flex, of course, because if you give it a flex, boom, everything will have the direction of a row.
That's right.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's give it a flex, okay, which stands for flex, display flex, and the default value of display flex is always row. Okay, and of course, once we do that, boom, you will see it lined up next to each other.
Let's see.
Come on, come on, come on.
There we go. Nice.
Boom. There we go.
Nice.
Plus, we want it vertically aligned in the center. So what's the property for that, guys? It's items hyphen center. Okay, and that's it basically. That's it. Now, to be a little bit to be very specific, let's give it some padding bottom. Okay. And that's it. So let's style up the details now.
Nice.
So for the title, let's make it a font bold. Okay, font bold. So guys, I'm inside of the cart item details and I'm styling up the title. So pay attention here. Okay, font bold. I'm gonna give that a small text. Okay, so text hyphen SM, and I'm gonna make it gray. So text gray 600.
Nice.
Okay. Awesome. Boom.
Ooh.
And what
ahead.
happened?
No, it's all good. It's all good. Continue on.
It's all good. Yeah. And then text, also small text for the brand, and we're going to give that also a gray color, but a little bit lighter than the one before. So instead of 600, we're going to do 400. Okay. And that's it for the So let's remove that purplish,
like
that beautiful purple color. Okay, boom.
Nice. That's looking really good. That's looking really good, Jesse. Nice job. Nice job. So
nice, huh?
Yeah, nice job. So at this point, you guys have done the details. You guys have the card image. That's already done. What you guys can do is now work on the counter, right? This is going to be a little more difficult because now you have to focus on creating these two buttons, right? We need to create this text. And then, of course, there needs to be some kind of a hover on these two buttons. Now, these two buttons are what's going to control how many items you have, right? So maybe you want to have 20 of them, or maybe you have 20 or 30 of them. I'm guessing you probably want to have 20 MacBooks, but who knows? Maybe you just have a lot of cousins, okay? That works too, you know?
I'm the youngest in the family, so I'm kind of lucky that way.
There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and make that one work now.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So let's get into it. So counter. And first of all, always start off with the easy part, okay, guys? So we know that there is one time, right? So I'm going to give that an H4. and do like this. Oh, not like that, like this.
Nice.
Okay, boom. Basically, it's there. However, let's style this up. Okay, h4 class text gray. Whoops, text gray 400. That's it. That's the ×1. Can we see it on the screen?
Of course we can. Oh yes, we can.
It?
I really should need to implement autosave. But yeah.
Oh, you don't have the autosave?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's okay.
So
are we seeing it?
Yeah, we have it right there. It's X1 right here. It's just very like in the corner, which we don't like.
No, we don't like that.
No.
So, but that said, we need to style up the counter because we have to give that, of course, a width like before. Okay, so let's style up the counter, the cart item counter part here. So remember, guys, I'm gonna go to the top. Look here at line 105. Remember, this column count was set on a width of 48, and the column next to it was also set on a width of 48. That said, these widths here are fixed, but the column, the first one about product, that one can grow as much as it can, you know, as much space has been given. So, but that said, because we're working on the counter column, we also have to set the width here. Okay, so width 48, boom. And of course, we're going to give it a flex here and item center. So my 1 and the 2 chevrons will be nicely vertically aligned. Okay.
The one she's talking about, by the way, is you're talking about these chevrons. You see this right here? So we're going to, let's go on and maybe create these chevrons first, and then we can showcase just how necessary the flex is, Jesse.
Right.
Okay.
So the chevron, this time we got them from
Font Awesome.
We got them from Font Awesome.
So if I go to Font Awesome right
div
here.
class. Okay. And then we're going to say chevron to the left. And then inside of this div, I'm going to put in that Font Awesome chevron, which is like this, guys. And as you can see, it has a class of FA-XS on the right side. So I'm making sure that the hyphen is really small.
There you go. Beautiful.
Okay.
So now if we see it now, if I save this, we have a div that's just there.
No, I removed it.
So I'm gonna remove it right now. So hold on, save it. There we go. Now we have a chevron on the left hand side. Let's go and create a chevron on the right hand side now.
Yeah, and we have to, I think we have to add on the cart items detail like we did with products. We have to add a flex grow to that.
Why is that, Jesse?
Because oh yeah, right, I should have not. Okay, I'm not doing this in the right order. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
Yeah, so just keep doing that, okay?
So yeah. So let's go with the right chevron. Okay. The right chevron. Okay, so that chevron is behind the H4, of course. So here, chevron to the right. Boom. Why is it not strange? And then inside of this chevron, of course, we're also going to have that chevron class, but instead of left, guess what? It is right. Okay? Like that. Hey.
There we go. Nice. Looking really good.
Awesome. Right. Okay, let's style that up. Let's style everything up, okay? So that said, the chevrons, they're not really doing anything around. They're just chevrons now, okay? So let's give it a cursor pointer. And let's also make it gray. So text gray 400. Oh, hyphen 400. Okay. And we're going to give it a little bit of a background.
Yeah. That's
okay?
right. That's right.
So this is the box around the chevron, guys, because look at your line. This is a div class surrounding the chevron.
Right.
Okay, so
right
pay
there.
attention to that.
Right
That's
there.
why your
See?
indentation here is so important. Okay, so background gray, and ooh, let's round it a little bit. Say rounded. Okay, how does it look now?
Let's see. Let's see. Nothing so far. I think we need to change the color. Do you guys? Oh no, we do see it. Just I don't see it on my on my screen. But yeah, it's there. It's there. It's kind of there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just need to give it a
So
width
let's
and we
make
need
it
to
a
give it a
little
height.
bit bigger, maybe. Give it a height of 6 and a width of 6. Okay.
Nice.
That will change things, I think.
Let me see.
I'm not seeing it on your browser yet.
I see it though. I see it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I see
Oh
it.
yeah, boom. There we go. And look, to center the chevron inside of that little gray box, of course, flex, justify center. You guys know the drill. Items, center.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. There you go.
Plus, no, I think this is it for now. Plus, or do you want to add the hover already on it?
No, it's all good. Just continue going with the other chevron.
Okay. So, actually, guys, surprise, surprise, the right chevron is gonna be the same, of course.
Of course, yes.
Okay, so actually, you can just copy paste this one and then copy it over the right chevron right class and then change this to right.
Nice.
Okay.
That looks good. That looks good.
Boom.
Ooh.
I'm not seeing it in your browser yet. Is it changing? Oh, there we go.
Nice. Right there. So now, guys, we have two buttons. We have one button right here, another button right here. And only thing we need to do, we need to add the hover state. So when I hover over something, right, it changes color. So maybe it signifies the fact that you can actually click on it. All right. So let's do it right now.
So add hover, which is an action. Okay. Hover, and then bg-gray-200.
Nice. Okay. So let's go and try that.
Okay,
if I hover over this, oh, right, you see? And the coolest thing about Tailwind CSS is you can actually create this inside a class right away, right? And normally what you would do is you go to CSS, you would do like the actual tag, then the hover, you change the class and so forth. But with here, right away, I can specify, hey, here's my hover, and then here's the class I want to change it to. So simple, and I love that. That's probably the biggest thing I love about Tailwind CSS. You know, not so sure about the whole thing inline HTML stuff, but this very useful.
Right. And also, I want to add something very small to it. To the left chevron, I think this is a little bit too close to the X1, and the right chevron is also a little bit close to the X1 as well. So with the first chevron, the left one, I'm going to give it a margin right, very subtle, a margin right of 2. And with the right chevron, I'm going to give it a margin left of 2.
Just to give some spacing right there, see?
Just to give some spacing.
So if I save this now, there we go. Now it looks a little more spaced out. I want you guys to remember this is very important, guys. Spacing in coding is extremely important. So whatever you guys are doing, right, make sure you space it out, okay? Right? So always look at how much white space you have. There's actually a counter for how much white space you need to have. So make sure that you are seeing that. This is why you can't have things too close to each other. This is why you need to create padding and spacing inside here and here. If it's too clumped up together, it's not a good website and it's not a good application. Then nobody will want to use that. There's a reason, for example, a lot of these new applications, web applications, you see they're more open. They're more open style. Just like it's kind of like even when you buy a house nowadays, people are going for more open style houses. Same situation in coding, weirdly enough.
So that said, let's go first over to cost. Yeah?
Go ahead.
Okay. So cost, guys, very simple. We're also going to give that, just like the counter, we're also going to give that a width of 48. Okay? And it's not so hard. It's just a font bold, a text gray, okay, of 400. And that's it. And how much was the MacBook?
I think 1,099 or something.
Something like this?
140? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's good.
Something like
That's
this?
good. That's good.
Yeah. Awesome.
There we go. Nice. Look at that.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it's
There
visible. It's
we
right
go.
there.
Okay, we're gonna do the spacing and all that later, guys. Okay, so first pay attention to this. We're first gonna fill in the details. Okay. Then next up, we're gonna be using that cross, right? Very easy. Just a font awesome class again. It's called times. Boom. It's called times. When you look at font awesome, you search for times and then you find it.
Right there. Times. This gives that cross. Click on that cross.
Times.
And then you can go ahead and just simply copy this HTML. And then this is what Jesse will paste in right here. But of course, you have to make sure, guys, you have to make sure that you have the actual style. You see this font awesome style? You have to make sure that you have that. So if you don't have that, you can actually get that by going to Font Awesome. If you're in Zoom, I'm going to paste that in here just in case you don't have it. But that's the only thing you need to have in order for this to work.
So guys, you also, just like you had to paste that into your index.html, you also have to paste that into the card.html file. Okay, so make sure you have that font awesome link, the one that Naz now has put into the chat. Okay,
that's right.
So that said, also this one, this column, we're going to give it a width of 10. Okay, we're going to give it a width of 10.
Nice.
And wait, excuse me, font bold. Okay, text gray of 200. And that's it.
So if I go ahead and save this right now. Oh, cancel, save. Let's say, oh, look at that, right? So it's like right there. It's like very light right here. One thing I want to change to this, so maybe make it like a 300, so it's a little bit more visible. Yeah, a little bit better.
Yeah.
And
okay.
yeah. And what I would do for this one is I will make a cursor pointer. So I'm gonna say cursor dash pointer.
Yeah.
So that it feels like it's an actual button. Okay. So if I click on this, you see, it feels like a button. And what you can actually do is on the hover of this button, you can do BG, or you can do, what is it, text color? Or is it text bold or text
gray? Text gray.
And then instead of 300, let's do 400 maybe this time, right? So 400. That way, if I hover over this, it seems like a button. See? Boom. See? Now it changes to a button, right? It makes you want to click that. Okay.
It becomes darker.
That's right.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That looks cool.
Same thing we're going to do with this portion right here as well. So if I'm going to go back to my chevron, right? The one class I'm going to add to here is going to be, okay, cursor dash pointer, right? And then also the other chevron.
You already added that, Naz.
No, I don't. Oh, I did. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's, you know why? Because it was cursor space pointer. That's why it doesn't work. That's why. It was cursor space pointer, so it didn't work. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So it should be cursor dash pointer, just like right here, you see. That way, when I save this, see, now it's a button. This is a button, this is a button, this is a button. Only thing now left to do is for us to actually make sure that give it some spacing. So Jesse, how do we make sure that this is all in line? Because what I like to do is I like to make sure that this is in line, and then this is in line together with the actual cost and together with the actual counter, right? So how do we do that?
Right. So what happened? So I didn't go into this before because I wanted you guys just first focus on the details. But look, if we go back to the top, start at the start, I always say, okay? So we have the main section, and then we have the product, count, total cost, which was, these are the three columns we're working with basically, right? So the first one is a flex grow. The second one has a width of 48, the count one. The total cost also has a width of 48. Then I'm gonna add another one to it. I added this span.
It's like a placeholder almost.
And this span I'm gonna leave it empty. Okay, I'm not gonna put anything inside of it. But I am going to give it a class, and I'm going to give it a width of 10.
Interesting.
Okay?
Interesting.
So you're not seeing it right now, but if I say here, if I say hello, you can see me saying hello in the browser.
Right
Okay?
there, see?
Boom. There it is.
Oh, there
So,
it is.
whoop, there it is. So let's remove the hello. Okay. And as you can see, guys, so we got the flex grow 4848 W10. Okay. That means on the product, so where was it? On the product, we also had a flex grow, I think.
That's right. We did.
Right,
we
Naz?
did. That's it. Right. That's right. We did. So what we are going to do on the product in that case,
on the cart items detail.
right here.
On the cart items detail,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna put a flex grow.
Right, because you want this to grow as much as possible, right? So this div is going to grow as much as possible. It's going to push everything, while this is going to stay static, and so is the rest of it is going to stay static, okay? And when I say static, I mean it's fixed, okay? It doesn't change. That's what it means by when I say static.
Yeah. So, yeah, look, I made it purple so you guys can see it. So if you can scratch the screen right now, Naz.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Right there. See? Stretches as much as it possibly can.
Hey.
Nice. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Nice job.
So that's how you can see, guys, how the flex grow works. And guess what? Now that we have cart items with a flex grow, we had the cart items counter with a width of 48.
Right there.
And the cart total cost also with a 48. So that those columns are not moving because they got a fixed width.
Yeah.
And guess what? Cart item delete, the little cross, has a width of 10.
Right.
Which is exactly the same as how we made the first row here that I'm highlighting here.
That's right. So that's
And
the reason.
friends,
That's the reason.
How you.
Right. So that is the reason, guys, why if you, for example, make this, right? If you make this the same width, right? And then you go ahead and make this the same way. So basically it's going to be like this, right? This is one width. This is another width. And then there's a placeholder that you don't really see. That's nothing, right? It's really nothing. And then the other columns are going to follow the same structure. This is going to be the same width. This is going to be a certain width. And so is this going to be a certain width, right? But this placeholder, see kind of where Jessie put hello, right? It's because it's a placeholder. It allows us to have that X in the same position. And then this portion right here is just going to stretch as much as it wants. If it wants to just go this way, go this way. If it wants to go become smaller, right? That's how we make sure that it's all kind of the same and follow the same pattern. And honestly, guys, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And then the last thing we only thing we have left for this is we want to go ahead and just add a bottom border, which this border right here. Let me go ahead and remove this.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
right there.
So that, guys, go at the start. It is, of course, at the cart item class because you want to have a border bottom after each cart item. So here at line 110, okay, I'm going to say border, oops, inside of the quotes, please, border -b, which means border bottom. Okay, and then in Tailwind, that's very easy about Tailwind. Automatically, this is a border bottom of 1 pixel solid.
Look at there. Boom, right there. Done. See?
Boom.
Right there.
Yeah. But now it's kind of black. I mean, you cannot see on the screen, but now it's actually black. So to change the color, you're going to say border gray 100, which is very light, like super subtle. Okay?
Yeah. So a lot of times when you actually go ahead and do a lot of design and coding, you're going to play around with, very light grays. A lot of nowadays, gray is becoming a very popular like color to use. And so, because it's simple. For example, your MacBook Pro is gray, right? My trackpad here is gray, right? There's a reason why it's becoming such a popular, color. And so a lot of nowadays websites are actually just playing with a lot of grays. They're playing with a lot of different light grays, darker grays. You see, this is a darker gray, more darker gray, light gray, darker gray.
Because it just makes things read very easily, okay, for the eyes, because it stands out enough against white, but it's not too hard for the eyes, and at the same time, it has a friendly, minimal, clean appearance.
That's right.
Like David says.
That's right. That's right.
Cool. Cool. We got one cart item.
So we got one cart item. Should we add another one just for the sake of it? Let's go ahead and add another one.
Well, what do you want to buy? You wanted to buy the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, I want to buy Nintendo Switch. I want to buy that. I mean, because everybody keeps telling me I need to buy Nintendo Switch. So I guess I probably should buy Nintendo Switch.
Well, but if you buy a Nintendo Switch, you gotta have friends though that also have the Nintendo Switch, because then you can all play together.
Yeah,
That's
see,
the
unfortunately,
most fun part about
I
the
don't have
Switch.
friends. So unfortunately, I'm just really lonely, and sometimes, and so probably might not be the best decision for me. But I do have my computer
I work
that's a friend.
every day with this guy, guys. Every day. He's not lonely. Okay. That said, okay, let's add the Nintendo Switch. Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm very minimal. Yeah, I would say lazy person. I don't know.
So
Maybe efficient. So I'm just gonna Nas. Just gonna copy this one. Boom.
And boom. See, she just pasted it right here.
But now I bought 2 MacBooks.
Let's go. That's a lot of MacBooks.
Maybe for the team, huh?
All right. Okay. Let's go, CP.
Is it there?
It's there. Okay. So let's go. Let's change that to.
Let's change that up.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Okay. So I got here. I got the link for the source, guys. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Okay.
I'm gonna put in chat for you guys.
It is the source thing only. Okay. So did you already paste it in, Nas?
I did.
Oh,
I
no,
did.
you didn't.
I
Okay.
did. I pasted it in.
You did?
I did. It's
You
there.
did. You did. Boom. There we go. Oh. Hey. Let's see. Hey, I didn't do. Oh yeah, wait. I got double quotes here. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go. There we go. Okay. So, I got the Nintendo Switch. I got the Nintendo Switch image there. Okay, and then very simple, guys. Just change up the title. Okay, cart item details. The first look at it. Okay, 100. So cart item details is the div. Inside of this div, remember we have the title and we have the brand. Okay, so not good. Nintendo Switch. Okay, and here Nintendo, of course. And we're gonna buy it one time, so I'm not gonna change anything about that. And it was about, I guess, about $290 or something.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Like this. Yeah, no, it's not that expensive for how much fun you can have.
And honestly, that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
look, guys,
so clean.
We've got
Or
Nintendo
is this
Switch.
the original?
This is honestly like the only question to ask yourself: do you understand what's going on here in this shopping cart? Like, raise your hand if you understand what's going on here in the shopping cart. Do you understand how many products you have? Do you understand? Yeah, very much, right? Do you understand what products you have? There we go. Beautiful. See, it's a very clean design. And now, somebody said 4 products. That's right.
But then he said
that's right, Brandon. There's 4 products in there. So now we've got that. Okay, there's only one last thing we need to do, and that's honestly, we're not fully done for the day once we finish it, because there's one last thing I want you guys to do together. But it's going to be this. So if I go to my shopping cart here and I go to this total cost, you see this? We need to go ahead and incorporate this total cost. So let's do that right now. We have our cart item. I'm going to minimize that just so that it's a lot easier. We have our cart item right here. Okay. And then underneath the cart items, all I'm going to do is just put another div, and that div is going to be the cart item total. That's it, guys. Cart item total. So let's do this. I'm going to say div right here, div class is equal to, right? Is equal to what? Cart item total. Or maybe we call it better. Maybe it's like
complete order or something?
Complete order, maybe. I think it's better for complete order. So let's do this right now. Complete order. Complete dash order. Right? That's going to be our div. And that div contains 2 things. The first thing it contains the total cost. So we'll do this. We'll do a div class is equal to what? Total dash cost. Right? Because remember what's going on here is if I make this a little bit smaller, it's a little smaller. It's a little bit bigger. There we go. Right? what are we doing right now? So we're creating this portion right now. There's a total cost section, right? You still with me? There's total, and then what is the second section we have? It is going to be the complete order section, complete order button section, and that's it. So I'm gonna say the total.
So yeah, so first the first div is gonna be on the left part, like total cost, and then the number, and then the second part's gonna be the button, correct?
That's right, Jesse. That's right. Okay. So let's focus on the total cost. Total cost has a few things. What does it have? Well, it has first the actual text called total cost. I'm gonna say H2. So we're working on this one right now. H2, right? And that's going to be H2, and that's gonna be total cost, right? The next thing it has, it is going to be another div, and that div is gonna be the total cost numbers. I'm gonna say class is equal to total cost dash number. Boom, right there. Okay, and that numbers right now, let's just say for example it's gonna be 1,000, 1,000. Oh, Jesse's got it. 1,780.00, right? I didn't count it. I'm not a math genius. Actually, no, I am pretty good at math, but I just didn't count it here. Okay, I love math. It's my favorite subject. Okay, so there you go. And then the last thing is just going to be the complete order button, and the only text that we need to put in here is just simply complete. Oh, there's canvas. Interesting. All right, it's just simply complete. Right there, complete order. All right, that's it. Let's save that. And what do we have so far? Let's go take a look at it. That's it. So nothing crazy. We have one div right here, another div right here. So how do we go ahead and make that from left to right?
Wait, I'm changing.
We're now
I'm sorry, Naz. I'm changing the total because that ain't right. So I was looking at it. I was like, no, that's not right. That's not correct.
Jesse's like, no,
okay,
the numbers just has to be right.
No.
I'm not gonna allow him.
Mathematics. 1 + 1 is 2.
So total cost is this, and complete order is here.
Okay.
All right. So what we want to do now is we're going to use what class in order to make sure that they go from left to right. You know that class already, right? It is going to be flex. So I'm gonna say flex here, and boom. Now the total cost is here. Complete order is here. I'm going to give it a BG yellow, just 300 for now, so you guys can see what's going on. This is the actual whole div. All right, now I want to make sure that they actually go to the end of the div, like they're at the end of the div. And again, that's gonna happen how? With
the
flex.
end of the world.
That's right, the end of the world. Okay. If you go to Flexbox documentation, guys, okay, and you look up, right, justify content, what can you say? Flex end. You see that right there? Yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
So the only thing I have to do is
that means it will go. That means it will go to the end of this parent div, but like on the horizontal axis.
Look at that. Justify end pushed everything towards the end of the actual this div. You see, just like that, right?
Boom.
And then now all we have to do is just work on the individual, total cost divs. All right. So let's do that right now. One thing I want to do is I want to give it a little bit of margin. So I'm going to do margin top -10 to space it up from the actual product. All right. So now it's spaced out. Next up, total cost.
Hey,
let's go ahead and give it
good.
a margin right on -7 to space it out from the complete order. Okay. That's spaced out. Next up, let's do a total cost. Let's give it a class of, let's change the color. That's going to be text dash gray dash, let's give it a color of 400.
400.
Nice. Now it's different total color. Next up, let's give the color for the 1,499, not 1,780, which I think is right. And then, I'm kidding, Jesse.
No, that's not right.
All right, let's make it a little bit larger. So now it's a lot larger. Okay, which I like. And then let's make it font bold. Right, let's give it a font dash bold. Nice. Okay. Ooh, right there. Let's save that. So now it's a bold font. All right. Let's give
Ooh,
it a...
bang.
That's right. Let's give it a text gray 600, guys, okay?
Yeah, otherwise it's a little bit too much in your face.
I know, it's like, boom! Scaring you, you know?
Well,
otherwise, you know, probably...
1,439. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna buy it anymore.
Yeah. Then probably, you know, Amazon will probably be bankrupt at that point.
That's why, guys, gray color, okay?
Imagine if your Amazon cart, imagine this would be funny. Imagine if your total number of what you're buying changes color depending how much it is. So look, if it's like over $1,000, it's like red, screaming red. They'll probably be broke at some point.
No, they wouldn't want that.
Yeah, I don't think. Like, look at that. Hold on, let me show it to you guys. Oh my god, that is scary as a heck. No, thank you.
Oh shit!
I know.
No, that's no good.
Yeah, okay, thank you. There we go. Okay, let's remove this background yellow because it looks hideous and I don't like it at all. Okay, there we go. Much better now, bro. Almost there, guys. Almost there, okay? Let's go ahead and go to complete order. For the complete order, we're going to make it a button. Remember, to make it into a button, we need to create a div around it, which we do have already at this point. Right? A div around it. And then we can center this text inside that div. Right? The div that we have right now is complete order button. We're going to give it, number one, a width of 56. Okay? Go ahead, Jesse.
Yeah. Width of 656.
Right. We're going to give it a flex, so because we want to go ahead and center the actual text inside of it. So let's give it a flex. We're gonna do item center to center it vertically, and then we're going to do justify center to center it horizontally. Right there, see? So if I go ahead and do that, choo. Right. And now let's go ahead and do a background color. To give it a background color, we just do BG yellow 500. Okay, that's gonna make it look like a text. Whoop. Oh dang, where are you typing, Jesse?
I don't know.
Yeah, BG yellow
500.
That's right there, see? Okay, let's make sure we have justify center, right? So justify center right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
right. And I'm gonna give it rounded edges because I find it a little bit too harsh.
I like it. Boom.
Plus text should be white, I think. So I'm gonna say text white. Okay. That's right, text white. And there's one more thing we need to do, and that's this. We've got the button right there. It looks really good. I love it. It's a big button, a complete order. All we want to do is just spend money on our site, okay? Please spend money. We need to make money, right? So the button is humongous, okay? Right? But I know. Right? Let's actually make it feel like it's a button. So we're gonna use cursor pointer to make it feel like it's a button. That way when I hover over it, we have the hand print. I like to go like this in front of the camera. Right? That's the hand print. And then after that, let's make sure that when you hover over it, it actually changes color. So all we have to do is simply do BG dash hover colon and just change the background color. So in our case, all it is BG yellow. Instead of BG yellow 500, I'm going to say BG yellow 600. Save that. And now when I hover, boom, right there. You see? Now it just changes color. And this makes you feel like you want to click it. Right? And there's a reason why it's also orange. I don't know if you know, but orange, because I think orange color shows like trust. Blue shows trust. Anybody know what orange color does? Blue shows trust. Yeah. Anybody know what orange color does? Adventure or something, more like
energy. Energy? Yeah. Yeah.
Energy. Yeah.
Yeah. So energy. So they want you to have energy around orange. There you go. And guys, at this point, we have the card done. That's it. It's complete. Look at that. Look, you guys need to be proud of yourselves. One thing you forgot is there's a no BG hover on this one. Let me see. Let me see. I like to make sure it's all good there. I know. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my BG. Okay, hover, text gray, copy that, and put the hover on the other one too. Save that. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that looks so good. I'm loving where we're going with this, guys. Give yourself a round of applause for where you've gone, guys. I've gotten. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey.
Whee! Hey, we did it. There we go. So I'm liking where this is going already. At this point, guys, the card is done. That's the only thing, honestly, we were planning on doing for today. But I do have a few ideas on what we can work on so that we're ahead for tomorrow, okay? Because tomorrow's going to be pretty hard. Tomorrow's just going to be all JavaScript. We're going to use Firebase. We're going to use, a bunch of all these other technologies. So the first thing we can do is we can actually work on this little icon right here, right? You see this icon right here? Let me show it to you. So maybe, Jesse, let's work on that icon right now, okay? This icon right now.
So guys, open up your index.html file. Okay, and we're gonna go back to the start, because as you can see, where is that card located? In the header, correct? So as you can see here, we have it on line 25. No, not categories. Wait. Logo. Aha. Right icons. Nas put this really nice comment here. That's why, guys, the comments are important. Okay, we got the icons. This is the heart icon. Boom, the card icon. So we want to have like a, as you can see, we want to have like the small one in a sort of like a small cloud, small bubble on top of the card, saying that we have one item inside of our card.
That's right.
Okay, so in order to place something on top of something, you gotta work with positioning in CSS.
And it's actually very interesting. It's actually very interesting because if you want to think about it, here's kind of how it is, right? Remember, everything inside HTML is like wants with each other, right? So if I look at it right now, right, I'm going to show it to you guys, right? If I look at it right now, if I want to take this specific, if I want to take this iPhone, let's just say, right? And I want to put it next to each other, right? I can only put it next to it. I can't like just put it on top or on the bottom, inside HTML. It's just impossible. I have to like put it next to each other, above, below, in the bottom. But in order to actually put it on the top, so that it's kind of like this, right? It's kind of like this. You see right here, instead of the side, we need to use absolute positioning. So what kind of happens is this: your canvas right here becomes your position relative. It is what you're going to be positioning to. So in our case, what's our position relative, right? What are we relating to? It's going to be what? Well, it's going to be towards that orange little box, which is which one? Which is right here. It's this little orange box. That's your position relative. That's your space that you're going to be positioning to, right? Now, what's going to happen is we're going to take that box. This is our box right here, right? You guys see it? Yes or no? You guys see it? All right.
Yes.
And then we're going to make this right here, this iPhone, a position absolute. When you make position absolute, you can pretty much place it anywhere you want. That's the crazy part, right? So if I say position absolute, that means I can place it on top now, or even on the bottom if I wanted to, right? If I say position absolute and I say, hey, position absolute from top 0 pixels, right? And right here, I think, not sure, this is from the left or the right hand side. From the right 0 pixels, I'm going to place it in the right corner. Right? I think you've seen it from the right or from the left. I'm not sure. But if I'm saying here, from the top, I want 0 pixels. And from the left or from the right, I want 0 pixels as well. Okay? And so what's going to happen, we're going to place it in that little corner right there. And honestly, that's it, guys. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with that div. Let's take a look at it. So Jesse, let's see, how does that work out?
So you want to, like you said, the parent div is that orange box. So let's find that orange box. It's here on line 41.
That orange
so
box,
let's give that a relative positioning. Okay, and in Tailwind CSS, all you got to do is say relative. Boom. Like that. Okay, then we need to, of course, make that number. Well, to make that number, we're going to create another div class. So we're going to say div class. Okay, and let's say card number, because those are the numbers of cards No, actually cart item. Because those are the number of items we have. Okay, and this one, because the parent is relative, we want the child to have an absolute positioning. Okay, but you gotta tell what this absolute positioning will be.
Right.
Guess what? In relationship to the parent.
All right.
So we're gonna give it, we want it in the top and we want it at the right. Okay, so what you do is you're gonna mention something with top and then also something with right. Okay, but how much that is something you gotta figure out sometimes. It's a little bit like trial and error. Okay, so you could do positive. I believe with positioning absolute, you can either use positive notion, but sometimes you're also using a negative one, right, Naz?
Well, let's show them how the positive. Let's just say top 0 and right 0. Let's just see what that will look like.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's a good idea. So let's first show what happens when you do top 0, right 0. Okay. So I've done that, but now we're not seeing anything because I need to give it some height and width. Okay.
That's right.
So I'm gonna give it height and width of 4. I'm gonna give it a background of white and rounded, but rounded like full because we want it to make like a circle. And of course, what is inside of it
is a number.
You want to center that. So we're gonna give it the flex, justify center, and item center. Plus, of course, there needs to be something inside of that. So here we're just gonna say 1. Okay.
And so now if we save that, boom, right there. Look, see? Now we have a circle in the right corner because why? We said, hey, you know what? We need to go ahead and make sure that 1, it's height of 4, width of 4. But the cool thing is that we're saying, hey, from top 0 and from the right 0. So from the top, there's 0 pixels. You see, now it's on the top, kind of what we said. It's smack on the top. And from the right, it's 0 pixels as well. So it's pushing to the right hand side.
Right.
So always remember, top right. If you want to make something on the left corner, what would you use, guys? What would you use if you want to put it on the left corner? What would you use? Tell me. Let me put it in the chat. I'm very curious. What would you use if you want to put it in the left corner? That's right. Top 0, left 0. That's right. Correct.
Exactly. But what you can also see, guys, is that even though we have a value of 0 here, it is not going outside of the parent.
It's not
going outside of the parent. It's not overlapping the parent. So that's when the negative values come into place. Okay. So by the way, to make the 1 visible, let's give it a color also. By the way, so I'm gonna say text gray 800. Okay, and I'm also gonna make the text very small. So text -XS. Okay, and right, guys, let's go into it now. Okay, we got the absolute positioning here.
Looking good so
far. And like I said, excuse me?
Looking good so far.
Awesome. We got the top 0 positioning here and the right 0, but as you can see, it still stays within that orange box. So let's move it a little bit up. We're going to give it a minus, a negative value. And how do you do that in CS Tailwind? You're going to say minus top. Okay, minus top hyphen 1. Okay, to move it a little bit to the top. So this is like a negative pull. It's being pulled towards the browser.
That's
to
right.
the top, the website. Okay, and minus right. Minus, and then hyphen 1.
Yeah.
Boom.
So right there. So if I save this, look at that. So what's going on when you give it a negative value, basically? For example, if I go back to my iPad, which is like right here. If I give it a negative value, if I have it in the corner right here, guys, you guys can see it. It's like, hey, not top 0, but top -2 pixels, -1. It's actually bringing up. It's like going the opposite way. That's the weird part about it. Same thing if you say right -2 or -1, let's just say, right? It's you push it from outside, right? Because if you say, hey, top 2 pixels, it's going to push it to the bottom from the top. That's what's gonna happen, right? From the bottom to the top. But if you say -2, it's like you're going the opposite way. So that's the weird part. You have to understand, right? That's like, yeah, that's right. It's like a mirror. That's right, right? So it's really, really cool the way it kind of works, but it's really helpful and very useful because that allows us to create things like these, right? And honestly, at that point, that's it. We've created our little card icon. It looks so good and so clean. Guys, the design you've built here is looking beautiful, right? We have our card page, right? We have our, so if we go to the card page, here's what one last we can do is we can actually give it a link. So one last thing we can do is if I go and expand my code here, right? Our whole cart icon is right here. See, right there. So if I'm going to go with it like this, the 2 cart icon, I'm actually going to give it a link right here, right? So I'm going to say a href is equal to what? cart.html. I'm going to close it up. I'm going to copy this closing link tag, and I'm going to put it around the whole card icon like this. You see? Boom, 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 boom. You see, just like that right there. And honestly, that's pretty much it. So now if I save this, I go back to here, I can click on this specific card link, click on it, it takes you to the card HTML. That's it. Then we can go back to the home page. How good does that look? I'm pretty proud of you guys. You guys did an amazing job.
Woo!
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's it from us on the HTML side. All right. You guys did an amazing job. You guys enjoyed it? You guys had fun? You guys still with us? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. I'm curious if you were with us the whole time.
Guys.
Let me know. Yeah. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So for your homework, or actually for your homework that you need to work on, before you go to the homework though, I want you to do one last thing, okay? And this has nothing to do with HTML or JavaScript, okay? Right? But what I want you to do is I want you guys to prepare for tomorrow. And in what way? Well, what's going to happen is for tomorrow, we're going to be working with Firebase. And so I want you guys to create the Firebase account, okay? And so how do we do that? I want to show you that right now. You've got the product there. All is good. Let's go and open up a new tab. I'm going to say Firebase, okay? And everybody do that right now. Every single person, you're on YouTube, you're on here, you guys can do that, okay? Open up Firebase and open up just like this, okay? If you are not logged in, you can simply just log in, right? There should be like a sign in button somewhere right there. Sign in button or a sign up button, doesn't matter, right? So you should make sure it's right there, okay? All right, done and start the project. Nice job. All right, so then go to console. If you have signed in or if you've signed up, go to console. Nice. Then what I want you to do, actually, I'm going to change my account to a different account here. Okay. And so you can see I have a few projects that I've started beforehand. So let's go and do this. Let's go and create add project. Let's say Amazon, clone, maybe 2. Who knows? Maybe that's the one you want to build. So Amazon clone 2. You guys still with me? Yeah, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. Thank you, Maria. Everybody. All right. So click continue. You don't need this specifically. I mean, you can have it on. It's fine. It's not the biggest deal, right? Then click continue from there. All right. Select the account. You can say default account for Firebase. That's fine. And then all you would do at this point is just create project. Wait for it to load. Wait for it to load. Okay, wait for it to load. There we go. Nice. Good. Beautiful. That's all good now. That's done. Click continue. All right. And now we're inside our project. Okay. And then one last thing I want you guys to do is go to your Firestore database right here. So you see it says Firestore database. Actually, no, don't do it right now. Go to settings right here. Settings. All right. Go to there, guys. Okay. Or maybe you save this. Maybe you make sure when you wash this, make sure you do this. Go to settings, project settings. Okay. And then what you want to do is go to your scroll down from there. So you're on here now, scroll down, and this is your app. So this is what you're going to do to actually configure your application and actually put it into your application. So configure your app right here. All right, click on it, click on this app. So click on this web portion, not this, but this one right here. All right, click on it. Also give it a nickname. So Amazon Clone 2. All right, register app. And that's it. At this point, that, my friends, is it. Okay, you don't need anything else. So then what you do later on is I want you to kind of copy this. So copy this right here. So make sure it's copied. And then you will later on save that in your script, right? So what I want you to do is, let's go back to our project. Let's do new file. That's called Firebase.js. All right, Firebase.js. Make sure that's there. It's a JavaScript file. You're going to copy this var configuration together with everything here. So I'm not going to copy this script. Instead, I'm going to copy just this Firebase config. Right? And if you're trying to mess with my Firebase config, don't worry, I'm going to change this right after, because I've had people who have messed with this and I have gone and that did some weird stuff. Okay? So don't mess with my config. I'm going to change it. Okay. It's like a warning. So right there, copy the Firebase config. Right? Okay. Paste it inside here. And this is what you got. And save that. Right? And then what you want to do is, okay, then what you want to do is copy these script tags. See the script tags? Copy them. These script tags right here. Copy, Command C. Go to your index.html and then paste them underneath your JS, the GD icon, and then right before the head tag is ending. So let's remove this copy paste the scripts. I don't need this. Right there. All right. Make sure that's done. So now we have the Firebase app configuration. And then now we have the Firebase Analytics as well, which not real necessary, but we're just going to have it there. It's fine. Save that. And my friends, that's pretty much it. Next time, tomorrow, we're actually going to include a database, create our own database, and then include a database and actually get items from a database. So if you want to have a head start on the database, here's my recommendation. Okay, let's go ahead and continue to console. Right, this is your configuration. If you want to have a head start, go to Firestore database right here. Okay, click on create database. Put into start test in test mode. Do that. Click on next. Okay, click on enable. All right, that's it. Click on enable. All right, good. Let it load. Again, this is so you guys have a head start for tomorrow, so you're all good, okay? Because tomorrow we're gonna be using a lot of this stuff, Firebase, JavaScript, and actually implementing and putting this all together, because it's the last day of the project, and we're going to be finishing this up. Provisioning the Cloud Firestore right now. Give it 1 second. 1 second. But yeah, the reason we're using Firestore, guys, by the way, just to let you guys know, is because it will allow you, number one, to connect to database really fast. David, it's going to be test mode, okay? Test mode, David. Right? It's going to be really fast, and it's going to allow you to live reload. So basically, as soon as I add to cart, it's going to be really simple. Add to cart, and then right away, I'll actually see the changes. That's so fast. That's the really cool part about Firebase, right? So it has created our application right here. That's all good. All we do now at this point is click on Start Collection. And that's called items, right? This is going to be your actual products, right? It's a database. Now you have a database for items, okay? Click on items and click next. This is going to be your first document ID. So click auto ID for this one. You don't need this. This is a unique ID for an individual product. Our first field is going to be image, right? That's the data we're going to save. That's going to be the link to the image. So let's go back to our Amazon 2.0. Where is it? Let's copy the link to our image. Let's just say it's a MacBook Pro. Copy image address. Right? And then paste it in here. Beautiful. Now it's in there. Click plus. And the second name is going to be, second field is going to be name. Also, right? Apple MacBook Pro 13-inch. Copy that. Go back. Boom. Paste it. Okay? See? And they're all strings. Last one. Next one is going to be what? The make. So it's going to be make. And that's going to be Apple. Right? Okay, good. Then click another add field. And all you do at this point is what? The rating. See, it says 4.8. So let's do rating. Instead of being a string, we're going to give it a number. So I'm going to say 4.8 number. Okay. And the last one is going to be price right here. Also not a string, but also just a number. Put it in there. Go to here. And then say 1,149. So 1149. And you cannot add any commas because it's a number, not a string, guys. Click save. And there you go. Now you have your items collection. It's an items database. And your first document is in there. So my recommendation for you for homework is go ahead and add as many documents as you possibly can inside here. Whatever documents you want to sell. Maybe you have your own documents. Add them all inside here. Understand? Do you understand me? Yes or no? Yes? You understand me? Yes or no? Good. Yes, good. So that's going to be your homework. So now at this point, guys, now we are fully done. This is going to be, this was your day 3 of the JavaScript challenge. We did the card page. That looks pretty amazing. Let me go back to it. Hey, look at that right there. We worked on our little icon. We worked on our little... What, Jesse?
Your sound is a little bit...
Is it better now? Is it better now?
Not as pure as normally. Yeah.
Okay. So we worked on our little icon. We worked on our card page. It's looking beautiful. The only thing is left now is JavaScript and Firebase, right? Somebody said what was after price? After price, there was nothing, Maria. It was just only price was the last one. Image, make, image, name, make, model. No, image, name, make, price, and then the rating. Make sure there's a rating is in there too. Rating. That's right. And that's it. So let's go over your homework, guys. What I want you guys to do. All right. So for your homework, of course, this is not your homework, right? This is not your homework. We're going to customize our card page. Customize our card page. All right. Okay. So basically, change the colors / fonts of the card page. Very important, right? The other thing I'm going to have you do is add as many products as possible for yourself to Firebase. You've seen how to create a Firebase now, so you make sure you have to have a Firebase there. All right. And then finally, the last thing that's going to happen is make sure to, how about this? Create a add to cart button. I know. What can I add to cart button? If we go to Amazon, you see this one? This add to cart button. This time you're going to create it by yourself without our help at all. Boom, boom. Create this add to cart button together. Okay. Should it add functionality? No. The add to cart should not have any functionality. Just create the HTML and the CSS for it. And that's it, guys. You don't have to worry about anything besides that. Okay. Do that. And then the last thing is take a screenshot of the Amazon, of the cart page, right here, and upload the comment to the Facebook post, and then submit your homework as an Airtable. And honestly, that is it, guys. That's it. That's all you have to do. Do we have any questions on YouTube, Facebook, any preguntas that we have? Any preguntas?
So guys, the Airtable link, I am putting it in the Zoom chat. Okay. To submit your homework.
So.
And also, like yesterday, sorry Naz, like yesterday, if you haven't already, guys, you can still book a graduation call with us, okay? Here using this link here, okay? Plus, also, of course, join our Discord community, okay? Especially if you're working on the homework today, or if you have maybe you have been working yesterday with a group of people on the homework. That's amazing. Keep doing that too. Do it again today.
That's
Okay?
right. That's right. That's right.
Back to you, Naz.
Awesome. Thank you. So guys, screenshot this homework, guys. You guys have 10 seconds exactly to screenshot the homework. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.5, 0.025, 0.1, and come on, Fernando, 0. Okay, done. So let's do into a quick Q&A, guys. Let's do a quick Q&A. For those that are on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. It has been a lot of fun. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Amazon cart. Come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. PST to finish it all up and put this back together, right? Those of you who are on Zoom, we'll take any questions for the next 10 minutes, and that's it. Make sure you come tomorrow at 11 a.m. PST. Invite everybody in. Come in tomorrow. It's the last day. And then, of course, we might have a surprise for tomorrow. So if you're there tomorrow, we might have a surprise. I'm not telling you what it is, but it's going to be good. So make sure you're there.
You don't want to miss out, guys.
Do not
11
miss
a.m. PST tomorrow.
That's
okay?
right. That's right.
Be here.
That's it. So guys, that's it. For those of you who are on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. PST. Bye.